Damn, 2 gameplay trailers I have to talk about, and both survival horror games. Naturally, you knew I was going to end up talking about both these, so fuck it. I already talked about Resident Evil Revelations 2 a little bit in the Tokyo Game Show pre-show video. That was a fucking mouthful, that's what she said. But now we have actual, like, confirmation of a bunch of details about it. So we'll go and talk about Resident Evil Revelations 2 first. To begin with, it does have Claire Redfield in it. I thought that was awesome, but what the fuck's up with her face? Like, her face looks really different, and it's, like, kind of fugly. She looks like several dudes that I've met. I'm just like, what the fuck did they do? Anyway, but the cool thing about it is Claire Redfield's back. We haven't seen her in any kind of a role since, Code Veronica X. That was quite a while ago, so this is quite nice. But she's gonna be running around with Barry Burton's daughter, and I was just like, wait a minute. All I wanted was for Barry Burton to show up in it. This might be my chance, and I'm telling you, like, I got my Barry Burton cup. I'll be playing Resident Evil Revelations 2 and then drinking whatever the fuck I'll have inside of here out of it. I'm like, oh my god, there he is! Like, I just want him to show up and then save the day with, like, a big-ass fucking Barry Burton hand cannon, just ba-bow, and just everything's fucking dead. But it was kind of weird, because they said that this was going to be episodic, and immediately I was like, hit the brakes, hold the fuck up. What the fuck do you mean? Like, the fuck word flying around everywhere, fuck bombs everywhere. So, besides dropping F-bombs, I'm just wondering, I'm like, why would you go from being like a single release into episodic? But then they said it's gonna be episodic, then one big physical release, so there you go. And I kind of figured that this is them testing the waters and trying a strategy that the Walking Dead games have done, which I'm actually fine with this in a lot of ways, because considering that the pricing of a lot of those games really doesn't cost a whole shitload, but I'm one of those people, like, I want to play it as soon as it comes out. Do I want to go and, because this is what's going to happen for somebody like me, it's like, okay, I want to go and play it as soon as it comes out, so what I'm going to have to do is get each episode and then play it, then wait for the physical release, so naturally I have to have the physical release, so then I buy that, so I bought the game twice, digital and then physical. Fuck! Did it with DuckTales Remastered, so maybe Capcom knows what they're doing, because they're just like, we're taking advantage of suckers like that. But I have no clue, but either way, I'm glad that it's going to be done both ways, instead of just one, because if it was only episodic and digital only, I'd be fucking pissed, because Capcom's had this really bad habit lately of releasing a lot of their games over here in just digital only format, and I have no fucking clue why. Like, Strider was digital only, the Phoenix Wright game was digital only. I'm just like, quit fucking doing that shit. Like, I just stop doing that, give us a physical releases, that'd be super. But yeah, and oddly enough, both of this also have like a little limited edition, collector's edition over in Japan. Meanwhile, like PAL and NTSC regions, we just get digital. That's it, just big fucking middle finger. Like, you can't even do a limited release? Just to fucking like gauge audience reaction? Get the fuck out of here, man. But reading up on it and seeing the trailer and stuff, like, they had showcased that it's going to be, like, much more survival horror oriented, which naturally always brings a smile to my face. And I was a very big fan of the first Resident Evil Revelations, and whether you liked it or not, at the very least, you can admit to one thing. It was in a much more horror-oriented direction, and that's what they needed. Like, I know that a lot of people like the action-based shit, but if I want to play an action game, there are tons of action games. I play Resident Evil because it's a horror game. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to survive the horror. Survive the horror, you say? Yes, because I didn't pay her money and all the other shit, and shit got crazy. Tried chopping my fucking wiener off and fucking Lorraine and Bobbitt stuff. But anyway, this is something I want to see. Like, I think it's cool that they're bringing in a new character, but it's familiar. It's kind of like the whole thing of, like, Sherry coming back in Resident Evil 6, but different because all you got to do was hear about her before. So, yeah, I think that's pretty awesome, but I'm just glad that this looks like it's going in a good direction, just from, like, the level design, for example. Like, it's a creepy-ass atmosphere, and I know those things that they have on their wrist, I don't know all the details about it, but I'm assuming that there's also other people that have them on there, and it's transformed them into monsters, maybe? I'm just kind of throwing out guesses here. But some of the shit that they have coming after them, like, I thought the monster designs in the original Resident Evil Revelations looked really badass and were pretty fucking cool. They were Silent Hill-ish, and that's a term now to describe something, but outside of not having a bunch of locked doors. One thing I love about Silent Hill, walk down a hallway, has like 22 doors. Only one of them is not broken or locked. I'm just like, a locksmith would make tons of fucking money in the world of Silent Hill. Just tossing that out there. So I'm hoping for some puzzles in this game, some more puzzles. You know, I like my why the fuck is this even here, just to go through that doorway type puzzles, but I don't give a shit, that's just part of the charm of it. But yeah, I want to play this. I think it'll be awesome. And I was worried because they said it was going to be a new cast and shit, and then it turned out to be this. So I was just like, that's cool, that's fucking badass. So, Resident Evil Revelations 2, I'm looking forward to it, that's all I can say. But there was a Fatal Frame game announced for Wii U. Now, here's my problem with this. We didn't get Fatal Frame 4 yet. And I still don't know why. And I already know people have said, well, fans have translated and you can patch it and play it on Nintendo Wii, but it's the point of the matter that we kind of got snubbed on it outside Japan. That's fucking bullshit. Like, I've got the first 3 Fatal Frame games on PlayStation 2. I like them so much, I got the first 2 again on Xbox. Mainly because there's slight differences and stuff, with Fatal Frame 2 being a director's cut. Just, you know, stuff like that. But I'm just like, okay, this has to come out. So, and I don't know if they're calling it Fatal Frame 5 whenever it comes outside Japan, but it's like the Black-Haired Maiden Shrine. There's some shit like that. But they had shown off the gameplay of it, and it's exactly as I thought it would be. You have the Wii U tablet controller, and that's pretty much going to be your camera. And whenever you're messing with it, you can go and have it horizontal and then vertical and stuff. But it looked like that there was going to be a little more intense action scenes with it. Because I noticed that one of the abilities of it, I'm assuming this is something that you can upgrade the camera to do at some point after it gets enough experience. But they were just like doing combo shots. They were like, combo, combo, combo. So it was just like a shutter going off real fucking fast, hitting the ghost multiple times. And it didn't actually need to charge. So I was like, that's kind of neat. And the one fight, there was a ghost coming at them and they were fighting it. Then all of a sudden, there was one falling from above. And I'm just like, that's kind of cool. Considering I like the Fatal Frame games a lot, but admittedly, they're much slower paced games. They're more methodical about how they approach, you know, the player and stuff with the scares and just like with the battles and action and stuff. So this might be a new way for them to do stuff. Then again, it might have been like that in Fatal Frame 4. I have no fucking clue because I haven't played the game, Nintendo. It would be nice if they did like a Fatal Frame series HD package or something. It makes sense. If they're going to bring it from outside Japan, which they should. I mean, the Nintendo Wii U needs more titles on it, and you're kind of holding some hostage for no fucking reason at all, so go and do that. But this one, it looks like there's 2 main characters, and the first one, this chick that's running around, has the face of Yuna from Final Fantasy X and the outfit from the main character in Haunting Ground. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, to me, that's just fine, because I like Final Fantasy X and I like Haunting Ground, so I'm just like, that's cool, but it was one of those things I was looking at. I was like, that's kind of neat and weird at the same time. But it just showed them going around with the controller and stuff, and she's going, I'm assuming, to this Black-Haired Maiden Shrine or some shit. But going there, checking things out, then there was back and forth conversation. It was all in Japanese, so I have no fucking clue what they were talking about. For all I know, they could be talking about baking a cake and having to go get the ingredients from this really abstract grocery store in Japan, because some shit in Japan's just kind of wacky. And this one happens to be filled to the fucking brim with ghosts, but that's the only place you can get these baking supplies from. You know, now I kind of want that to be the emphasis, like, behind this entire game. Like, it's all to bake a cake. And then you get it, and then all of a sudden it's a Portal reference about the cake being a lie, and then ghosts come and just, like, absolutely paranormal rape the shit out of your face. But the other main character is some dude that kind of looks like Johnny Depp to a certain degree. So it's like Japanese Johnny Depp and Japanese Haunting Ground, Final Fantasy X chick, whatever the fuck, running around on a ghostly adventure together. Oh man, it has me excited, but at the same point, I feel like that I'm gonna get the bluest balls in the entire world. Like, it's just, I don't want this to happen. Like, I want to shoot ectoplasm out of my fucking cock from excitement, knowing the fact that I will have a Fatal Frame game on my Wii U. I've been saying the entire time, if you've been following my fucking channel, I've been saying the Wii U tablet would be ideal and perfect because it's just like holding the goddamn camera. Why the fuck don't we have this? And then they're like, oh, that does seem like a good idea, except for we're not gonna bring it over to you. And I'm like, you're fucking killing me. I'm dying inside. See death. Blech. Like, if you don't want to translate all the fucking dialogue and get somebody to do that, don't. I'm fine with subtitles. I'm telling you, Nintendo, here's less work. Just, I want the game. And I'm not alone when I say that I want the game. 2 horror games, and I want to play them a whole bunch. And I'm worried I'm only going to be able to play one game, and the other one game will just stay over in Japan. And it's just like, fucking killing me, man. So I'm hoping. So fingers crossed. Maybe, you know what? I should actually pester Nintendo on Twitter. Like, it sure would be nice if it came outside of Japan. So yeah. Either way, the gameplay on it looked fantastic. Fatal Frame games graphically always look really nice. They're always very appealing. Like, the very first Fatal Frame still holds up pretty damn well. Fatal Frame 2 holds up better, but still. I'm just saying, that's one of the nice things. And Resident Evil Revelations 2, it looks very good. Like I said, the scenery and stuff. It's just Claire's face is fucking weird looking. Maybe I'm just nitpicking on that, but seriously, she was kind of ugly. I'm like, how'd you go from being like a pretty hot looking chick that I'd totally be like, and to like the whoa there. Are you nope, done. And just like get the fuck out of the room and run away. And seriously, if Barry Burton is not in this game, I'm just gonna be fucking sad. I was gonna say like, I'll take my game back, but I won't. I'll just be like, that was disappointing. So yeah, Barry Burton, Billy Cohen, like together, just put them on an adventure. I'm telling you, people would fucking love that. At least Resident Evil fans will love that. Anyway, so those 2 trailer reactions, ba-bam, ba-bam. So this is Omega Sid, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, and survival horror fans, and gore fanatics, and all the other good stuff. Game the fuck on.